This is day 3 of my RPM video challenge. If you're just catching up, I did a couple videos, and after the first one, I decided that I wanted to make prompts for everything, and I posted them in the RPM forums, so you can go to the forums and find them. I can post a link in the show notes as well. So the day 3 prompt is, what is your favorite RPM experience? And for me, my favorite RPM experience has been a collection of experiences. Really, it's just associating, being able to socialize in the forums with other musicians that are going through the same thing, and through that leading to collaborations and meeting people that I wouldn't have otherwise met. A couple people that specifically. Fall into that category as people that I follow, that I've met, that I've collaborated with, that I wouldn't otherwise. One of them being Jeff from Ray Gun Girls. Ray Gun Girls are sort of a new metal-ish band. It's really just Jeff, and when he has time or availability or health doesn't prevent him from having jam sessions with other people, then he involves other people, but a lot of it is just him himself. And it's really, really cool. I really like his music and his style, and we've worked a couple times together on some things. He did some remixes for me. We collaborated on White Light, White Heat, which I put on the Wasp remix album, which I was really, really proud of. And literally, like I did that. I recorded vocals for that myself. I was like, this needs something. And I went to him and said, like, dude, I need you to record guitar and do like a ripping solo for this song, because it needs some punch. And then as I was listening to it, like, can you just like sing it too? Because I hate my vocals on this track. And he did, and it was awesome, and I really, really like that. Another artist that I follow, particularly on Twitter now, Room34, Scott. He's also a web developer. So, and at the time I was freelancing, so our businesses were very, very similar, and our musical tastes were very similar in a lot of ways. So I ended up just following him and socializing with him on social media post RPM, because we just had a lot of the same sorts of things that we ended up doing. We both work with WordPress, doing at the time similar sorts of sites, and similar sorts of interest in that sort of thing. So that was a really cool thing that I got out of RPM that I appreciated. The last thing, experience or thing that bundles into this sort of collaboration thing is the Blind Chaos project. Blind Chaos is something that predated my joining RPM. It was something that somebody a long time ago decided. So the requirements, the written requirement for an RPM album is that it needs to be at least 30 minutes. It doesn't have a specific number of tracks, 30 minutes or 10 tracks, right? So why don't we just record independently without hearing what each other are doing, 30 minutes of something, and put it all together and release it as a RPM album, and that is Blind Chaos. That's why it's called Blind Chaos. And I participated in that for, I think, 3 years. I produced it at least once, if not twice. Following one of the RPMs, I created a forum where we collaborated on Blind Chaos-like projects after RPM, and did a couple things like that, which I really enjoyed doing. The process appeals to my attraction to experimental and indeterminate music, and the people that tend to gravitate toward Blind Chaos are very much also in that same sort of vein. So it ends up being it ends up being a really interesting experience to participate in, and also to listen to. And every Blind Chaos album has been very, very different each time that it's been done. I'm not sure if it's going to happen again this year. If it does, I'm totally on board, because it's really just like it takes a half hour of your day, and then you push it wherever you're going to put it, and then somebody goes in and mixes it. And like I said, I've done that before. Maybe I would do that again. I don't know. But at any rate, those are the things that I have gotten out of Blind Chaos as being my sort of favorite RPM experiences, is just collaborating with other people and meeting other people that are in a similar situation. That's it for me today. if you have your own favorite RPM experiences, let me know in the comments. Post your own videos. I'm hoping that there will be other RPM artists that are don't feel overwhelmed by the RPM process, that they're not able to also do these sorts of things, because I think it would be really cool to have a sort of a dialogue, and get to hear from other recording RPM artists. And yeah, thanks for watching.